If you want to get married as a Muslim man and even a Muslim woman, do this. It's something that we sometimes overlook, and a lot of people, I know a lot of people do it, and a lot of you are in this space already. So you might be like, "Oh, I already do this, and I'm not married yet." Of course, it's not the end all be all, but it's a great start. It's gonna increase your confidence, and that's just taking care of your health. Like for me, I'll share my personal journey. So it took me almost like a decade to get married, or I would say, well, you say 15 years, of course, right? Because we all want to get married. I think that's something that as Muslims, it's not something that we're hiding. No, we want to get married. That's something that's in the Muslim community. Marriage is probably one of the most talked about topics out there. Like I don't know if there's anything else that people talk about more than marriage. I went to an event yesterday with a sheikh who was speaking, and we were looking at the questions because there was a QR code, and people were able to ask questions. And the number one questions that people were asking were, "Oh, can you encourage the youth?" One guy was like, "There's a lot of baddies here. How could I approach? How could I approach with like the sisters here?" I was like, man. So I looked at that, and one person's like something about 6'4". Obviously, some people are trolling, but ultimately, people want to get married. When people go to all these events, they're looking to get married. It's a real thing. So it's not something we're hiding. We all want to get married. Alhamdulillah, I am married myself. But when I was searching, I wanted to get married. Okay, it's not something that I wanted to hide. So, but what happened for me was, as I was searching, I just constantly kept getting rejected over and over and over and over again. It was one of those things where I was just constantly learning. And it took me about, of course, like I said, over a decade to learn all this stuff. But one thing that really, really helped me was being more active, getting into my fitness journey, right? When I first started getting into my fitness journey, I was like really, really skinny, and I wanted to get a little bit bigger, right? I just want to get bigger because I felt like my confidence was lagging a little bit. I was really skinny. So that was my main motivation. When I ended up getting to that point where I was comfortable with my body, it actually ended up increasing my confidence as well. And it's something that sometimes a lot of times when you're working out for aesthetics, I don't really work out for aesthetics anymore, although it is a consequence of it, to be honest with you. Even though I don't work out for aesthetics, I do know the value of working out for aesthetics. And what it does is it increases your confidence, not just with getting married, but just in general, right? Someone who's in shape, when you have first impressions, if you're going to work, if you're meeting new people, if you're in shape, people will have some sort of respect for you, right? Naturally, there will be some sort of respect for you. Why? Because getting in shape is not easy. Yes, maybe you're someone who's genetically gifted, maybe you don't work out at all, this and that. But when you actually take care of your health and you actually you actually start doing it, you start to move a little bit differently. It's not in an egotistical way, not with pride, right? It's more of just when you're healthy, like, naturally your posture will get better, right? You'll feel better because you're eating better. You have better eating habits. Your sleep will probably be a little bit better as well. It'll be easier, like you'll have better sleep quality, and you'll understand your body a lot better as you the more you do it. A lot of times, what I find with the Muslim community, it's like people want to do it, like it's something that people like are interested in doing it, but they just don't have that burning desire to do it. And that's something that I'm realizing with the Muslim community, especially with Muslim men. The reason why Muslim men don't achieve their goals isn't because, oh, they don't, like, they can't do it, there's some limitations, oh, the what is it called, like the matrix, or society is pushing us down. No, it's because we just don't have a burning desire to get there, right? For me, when it came to fitness, I had a burning desire to do it, right? But even the first couple of years, it was tough because I wasn't able to figure it out. But when I hired a trainer, that's when I was like, okay, boom, this is, I really want to learn. And I learned nutrition, and that's when I realized, oh wow. But I didn't have that full burning desire until that point. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you are out of shape, right, and you're not married, try getting in shape, right? Just try getting in shape. You don't have to go to a gym. Just start working on your diet. Start working on your nutrition. Start tracking your foods, right? For me, what actually changed things for me wasn't even the workout part, because I was working out for years and years, but I was still quite skinny, right? I wasn't really gaining any weight. What changed for me was actually tracking my food. So I got my Fitness Pal, and I just started tracking my foods. And that's what really, really, really helped me. And since then, I've been able to maintain my fitness. I've been able, if I want to bulk up, I can bulk up. If I want to cut, I can cut. I know how to do all this, right? But it took time. And as a result, I feel more confident. I feel better, right? I just naturally you're gonna feel better. It's a normal thing. And of course, my confidence. I got to a point where, and of course, there's a lot of different other factors that obviously helped me get married, of course, and a lot of trial and error, this and that, which I can talk about in another video. But one of the biggest things was my confidence, right? I felt like I was at a point where you just feel more like a man too, and that's as you get older too. But like I said, you move differently. So obviously, the if you're trying to get married, you're. I don't like the word attractiveness. I don't like that word, like attractiveness. Like yes, you're gonna be more attractive. I wish there was a better word for that. If there's a better word, leave it in the comments down below. But overall, you just look better and you have a better first impression. As Muslims, like we're meant to beautify ourselves for our spouses. Of course, like hijab, and you obviously want to make sure that you're covering your awra. Like I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when you get married, you want to make sure that you're maintaining yourself. You don't want to be that person that lets themselves go. Oh, I'm married. I want to let myself go. No, no, you want to keep maintaining that. Whether you're a Muslim man or a Muslim woman, that's the exact same thing. We want to maintain ourselves. So when you look better, if you have a first impression, that person, okay, wow, okay, this person, first of all, it's first impression because it's gonna be like this person takes care of their health, right? That's gonna be a first impression, and then they're gonna be like, oh, this is who I'm gonna marry, right? If you're sloppy, you're out of shape, this and that, yes, maybe you might get married, right? Maybe you have money, maybe you have a lot of charisma. Getting in shape is not the end all be all. It's not the number one way to get married, but it can increase your chances of getting married. And if you really want to get married, if you have that burning desire and you feel like, oh, everything I've done is not working and you're out of shape, just get in shape. Get in shape. It's not going to be easy. I know it took me like years to figure out how to get in shape, but when you get to that point, you're not just, you get past that stage of, oh, I want to get married I want to get in shape so I can build my confidence. You start to use fitness as a way to increase your energy levels, to get more work done, to actually be able to show up for your family, to have first impressions, people asking you questions. Then you start to lead, right? So it goes even past that. But for the start, just try to get in shape. It's going to be super, super helpful. And of course, if you'd like extra help and you really need to help to figure out how to get to this direction, I have a link down below. Just click it, check it out. And if it resonates with you, just go to the next steps. Inshallah, I hope that it will provide some value for you. And yeah, we'll have a conversation and we'll see where you're at, what your goals are, what your roadblocks, and then we'll create like a little system for you to kind of get to the next step. And if it makes sense to work together, inshallah, we can have a conversation there. But if there's any questions about any of this, just leave it down in the comments down below. Fitness is like, it's like my bread and butter, right? I'm not like a fitness like science guru or anything like that, but I am very big on just taking care of your health for consistency, energy levels, and things along those lines. So I'll have more videos on this. I have some videos already, but subscribe, and of course, like I said, check the link down below if you're still figuring all this stuff out. And inshallah, we'll talk in the next video. Jazakallah khair and assalamu alaikum.